Welcome to a world long past but still brimming with life and stories. The Medieval Tavern. Imagine stepping into a space where the warm glow of candlelight reflects off wooden beams. The air is rich with the aroma of roasted meats and ale, and the room hums with laughter, conversation, and the occasional burst of a bard's tune. So grab a seat by the fire, raise a tankard, and join us as we step into the lively world of the Medieval Tavern. Taverns were far more than just places to eat and drink. They were essential stops for weary travellers, offering shelter, a warm meal, and a safe place to rest for the night. For merchants on long journeys, they provided opportunities to network, trade goods, and share news from distant lands. There were different types of taverns catering to various needs. The most common were ale houses, humble establishments frequented by peasants and labourers. Here, the focus was simple: a hearty drink and basic food to keep you going. Inns, on the other hand, offered more amenities, including lodging for travellers who needed a place to stay overnight. For the wealthy and noble class, high-end establishments provided finer accommodations, often with imported wines and exotic foods to suit their refined tastes. Taverns weren't just for individuals passing through. They often acted as informal community centres. Locals would gather to discuss village matters, celebrate special occasions, or even hold town meetings. In some cases, taverns doubled as courtrooms, where disputes were settled over a mug of ale. Tavern signs played a crucial role in medieval towns. Since many people couldn't read, these signs used symbols to represent the establishment. A red lion, a swan, or a cluster of grapes would signify a place to stop for a drink. They also helped travellers find their way in an unfamiliar town. Food and drink were the cornerstone of any good tavern experience, and the menu was as diverse as the patrons themselves. The staple dish of the time was pottage, a thick, hearty stew made from vegetables, grains, and sometimes meat if you could afford it. For those who preferred something simpler, trenchers were a common choice. These were slices of stale bread used as makeshift plates, absorbing the juices of whatever meal was served on them. Bread was a constant on the table, though it was often coarse and made from barley or rye. It was frequently paired with cheese or preserved meats, staples that could be stored and eaten throughout the year. Wealthier patrons, however, enjoyed more luxurious fare, such as roasted meats seasoned with exotic spices like cinnamon or cloves, a sign of wealth and status. And of course, no tavern visit was complete without a drink. Ale and beer were by far the most popular choices, brewed locally and often by women known as alewives. Ale was a safer alternative to water, as the brewing process involved boiling, which killed harmful bacteria. Mead, made from fermented honey, was another favourite, along with cider and wine, depending on the region and the tavern's clientele. In medieval times, drinking was more than just quenching thirst. It was a communal activity. Sharing a drink was a way to build trust and camaraderie, and toasts were often made to health, prosperity, or safe travels. It was also about entertainment. Taverns were places where people could unwind, have fun, and sometimes even try their luck. Dice games like Hazard were extremely popular. A simple roll of the dice could determine the winner of a bet, and with gambling being widespread, the stakes often ran high. Board games like Nine Men's Morris, a strategy game similar to modern checkers, were also common and brought patrons together in friendly competition. For those who preferred physical challenges, outdoor games like archery contests or throwing competitions offered entertainment and a chance to show off their skills. These events often drew crowds, creating a festive atmosphere. Performances were another highlight of tavern life. Minstrels and bards entertained patrons with songs, tales of heroism, and even the latest news from afar. Occasionally, travelling actors or jesters would stop by to perform comedic skits, adding humour to the evening's revelry. Gambling was a common pastime, whether on games, contests, or even on each other's skills. But to ensure fairness, some taverns implemented their own house rules, a set of guidelines that kept disputes to a minimum and the games running smoothly. Entertainment and games were the heartbeat of a medieval tavern, bringing people together and creating memories that would be shared for years to come.